Right, 2011 E87, and I've been here trying to replicate the problem and I just can't. So let's go and introduce this first and then I will explain you. Right, as already mentioned, 2011 E87, I believe this is the 116D or 118, it doesn't really matter. So what I was trying to, so the issue with the car is the following. The boot does not open. Actually, let's gonna get outside again. So the boot does not open. Whip. Do I have the key with me? Yes, I do. So the boot doesn't open here. Okay, so as you can see, the boot doesn't open. Now, if I grab the key and I do this, the boot is open. Okay, but again it doesn't open. Another complaint, 118. Another complaint with this, and this is what I was trying to see if I could replicate the problem, is that I was told that randomly when you open and close the door, the boot unlocks. So I was not told which door, so I've been here literally going around the car. I'm just going to show you once, but I've been here all morning. Well, not all morning. I've been here literally for the last 10 minutes maybe. Try to see if I could replicate the problem. But the truth is I can't. I cannot make the boot to open by open and close doors. But again, and just to show you once more, it does not open here on the button, on the handle. It does open on the key. Also, worth to mention, this car does not have anything else to open the boot. So some BMWs, they have a button here to open the boot. This one doesn't have that. So the only way to open the boot really is with the key or on that handle. So I don't know what's wrong. So obviously the driving side of the system, unlocking the boot, is working because we can do it with a key. Is the actually sort of signal to open the boot that is not working from the latch. So I'm gonna guess that is not gonna be nothing wrong with the body control module. Well, I think this is gonna be, what's gonna be? It's gonna be the FRM, not the FRM, the light module that controls that, or is gonna be the junction box. I'm not sure which one controls the boot. It might gonna be the junction box, to be fair with you, or something along those lines. I'm not 100% sure yet, but what we're gonna do quickly is just look at live data, see what live data tell us, and see if we can figure out what's wrong. Okay, so where we're gonna go? Let's gonna go to diagnosis, control unit, and that's gonna be probably body and junction box, perhaps. This I've seen in the FRM. It might be an FRM installed in this, not a light module as the other ones. Okay, let's gonna read the codes. See if there's any codes. Probably there is, but if there is any, nah, that's nothing to do with the thing. Let me see. It might not be on the junction box, so we need to be okay. So let's, oh, you might be actually. Okay, central locking, unlock rear boot, the lead, no, rear lock, tailgate. Okay, so it's going to be the junction box that's going to be controlling that. So let's going to go to live data. Perhaps there. There we go. Let's gonna see what happens when we pull. Sorry guys, I just got interrupted. So let's gonna get the maxi C's here. So let me see. I'm gonna show you this now here. if I put the maxi seats here, maybe. There we go. Ooh, you can't really see anything, can you? Okay, anyway, you can see they're not pressed. So I'm gonna pull the handle now. Still saying not pressed. So clearly, there we go. So clearly, there's going to be something wrong, either with the button itself, or it's going to be something wrong. And I think I need the key now, and you guys can probably imagine. But it's going to be something wrong there or there. Right, it's going to start to investigate. Okay, all the trimming is removed. I'm not going to be here taking you through how to do it. It's all clips. These clips, you just need to push it out, apart from 2 screws here or here, and 2 little sort of clips here as well, plastic clips that you need to take these little screw from the middle first, and then literally just push around. That's it. So I think I've seen the problem already, which is this here. Let me show you here. So when I'm gonna show you this. It's a nightmare, really. So can you see this micro switch in there? Ah, there we go. Perfect. So this micro switch here, this is what opens the boot. And this lever here, when you open the outside, this lever is supposed to move forward. You see, moving forward. There we go. You see? And it unlatches. Look what happens when I push outside. I'm gonna do it outside now. You see? You see? Have you seen it? So if I pull all the way out, look what happens there. So let me see if I show you. Look. But it's not enough to actually trigger the switch. Plus, when I leave it, that stays exactly in the same place. It's really stiff to move. Obviously you can't really see that on camera, but it is really stiff to move this thing. So I'm not really sure. Could it be that I just don't understand why it tells me that the boot sometimes opens when you close the door? I think at some point this has been really close to here, and with the vibrations would make contact, perhaps. 100% sure. We're going to dismantle all of these, take these out, and see what we can do with this. Okay, looks like to remove this handle, let's say, you just need to undo these 3 screws here. And as you can see, they are slotted. It should allow the outside, or this side, to actually rotate. There we go. And now this stays here, and that comes off. There we go. Let's pull it out on the other side. Come on. Looks like there is a little bit of fiddling around. Okay. Yeah, there is a little bit of fiddling. Just give me a second. I need 2 hands to do this. Okay, and the fiddling is that these 2 levers here, it looks like there is 2 different levers. You see, one on each side, as if you could have 2 switches or something else on this side. I'm not 100% sure what's supposed to be here. Looks like there's a place for something here. I'm not 100% sure. But you need to push both forward, and this one is really stiff. So they need to be both pushed forward like this, and like that, so it gives you room for this to come out. Let's gonna take this to the bench now and see what we can do. Okay, first thing, take one into bits, but it looks like you have 2 Allen key screws here on the side. Okay, there's another one here. Will this allow the handle to come off on the other side? No, it doesn't. Maybe this needs to come off now. No. How do you dismantle these now? Oh, it does come off. It does, at least on this side. Yeah, it does come off. There we go. Oh, right, that's why it comes off. Because it's broken. Okay, so these indeed should come off, but it looks like the insert here is supposed to be longer. It runs a little bit longer, so this is broken already. So I'm just going to try to see. Can I pull this somehow? Let's try to. They just snapped, both of them. Right, okay, so these inserts, from my understanding, they're supposed to be to go inside here, and then obviously there is a bolt in the middle. And what was happening was, as you move these, because this is broken, as you move these didn't move. So these would move, but these didn't. So there's really no easy way to repair this, isn't it? I mean, let me think if there is anything that we can do to fix this or not. Let me think. Okay, so I have a plan. If it's gonna work, I don't know, but we'll give it a go. I'm only gonna have one try of this, so if it doesn't work, then it's gonna need a new of these things. So what I'm gonna do is the following. So the side where there is no switch, so this side, I'm not really worried. Just gonna lubricate everything, put everything back on. I've already cleaned in there because the rust corrosion was building up, and that's why this was so stiff. Now it's moving freely. This side, what I'm gonna do, where the switch is, what I've done is the following. Don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but there is a thread in there now, so this screw goes in there, okay? And then on this side, I did the same. As you can see, there is a thread, and this goes there. So the plan is, don't know if it's going to work. Plan is put all of these back in place, and then literally this screw just going to go from the outside all the way up to here, and hopefully we'll lock everything in place using a little bit of Loctite to hold everything in place, and I think it's going to work. I don't see why not. I believe it's going to work. Just going to have to try and see what happens. I couldn't really think of any other way to do this, so obviously one of these screws we're not going to need it, because on these sides is going to be a new screw. On the other side we'll reutilize the same, obviously. But you can literally see here on this side, you can really see the insert. You can see there's something like, so these, as I said already, these used to be longer, and these literally just runs in, and then I guess when the screw goes in, it just ties everything together. But obviously with the corrosion, etc., these ended up breaking, blah 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 blah. Well, you've seen the problem. So let's gonna try to complete this and see if that works. Okay, and looks like it is absolutely perfect. So this side doesn't really matter, it doesn't do anything here, to be honest with you. But this side, look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. It worked. So let's gonna put these back into the car and give you a test. Okay, all back in place, as you can see. So there it is, and look at this. It's gonna look inside. There he is, the thing in there. Beautiful. Right, no parts needed. Yes, a new handle would have fixed the problem as well, but no parts needed is always better than spend money. Everything is working now, so let's gonna put all the trims back on, and I'm going to keep trying to see if I can make it happen. What I was told that the boot would unlock when you close the door. I think at some point this has been really close to this switch because it was broken, and that at some point, maybe with the vibration as the door closes, these would have made contact, because yeah, I think that's what it was. I can't think of anything else, but for now we're just going to put everything back on, then give a few tests. I'm going to ring the owner as well, see if he can highlight me a little bit more, if I can make that to happen somehow. But I think that's what was happening. Anyway, let's gonna put the trims back on, and I don't know what to do next, but we'll figure it out. Okay, all the trims back in place. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Okay guys, and I've just spoke with the owner of the car, and I think my theory was or is correct as why the car was opening the boot when closing the doors. Basically what I asked him was, for when was the last time he did it, because when I first got into the boot where the latch was, that little lever that touched the micro switch, that was quite far away from it, so I thought it can't be this. If my theory is correct, the car would have not done this for quite a long time, which he actually confirmed. He said, look, he hasn't done it for ages, to be fair with you, and he said at some point even the boot start to open on the latch, so that means that actually confirms my theory, which means that at some point must have been really close to the switch, and just by turning the handle maybe would slightly move that lever, and that was enough to make contact, but that was really close. So I believe that as the doors were closed, a little bit of vibration that was in that sort of limb area where it would make contact, wouldn't make contact, and vibrations would make it work. So I think my theory is correct. He said he hasn't done it for a long time, to be fair. So but even if, guys, I've just been here now again, try all doors open close, it doesn't do it. So I'm very confident that that was the issue, was the lever that was pushed against the micro switch but not actually making contact, and as you open and close the doors, vibrations would make it to open. That's my only theory. Handle is working, as you've seen, so I think it's time to wrap up this video. So with no further ado, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope there's some information here you guys can find useful. Hope you learned something, maybe the way I fixed that handle, perhaps. It could be that was another way of doing it. The way I've done it definitely is going to last. And if you do still have any questions or any comments, guys, you know exactly how it works. Just put them below. And like always, thank you for watching.